new year is a chance to reflect, but it's also an opportunity to look forward at the things to come in the following 12 months. And we've identified 5 big trends that we think are going to impact the local real estate market. The first one, and the hottest topic of the last 12 months, is interest rates. There's been a change in RBA governor, but it doesn't mean we're going to get a change in methodology or the goal that they're trying to achieve. Inflation is still very high, so the likelihood of major interest rate cuts in the following 12 months is pretty slim. One bit of good news out of the RBA already is that they're only going to meet every 6 weeks, so it means only 8 announcements throughout the 2024 year. In 2024, we're likely to see a steady rise in property prices. The mortgage cliff was the big thing that was predicted in 2023, and it only turned into a little dip. A combination of household savings, adjusted budgets, and our bank buffer rates meant that the pain that had been predicted didn't fully impact the property market. There was no doubt some pain felt by a lot of people, with budgets being stretched more than ever, but that wasn't fully felt in the property market. In 2023, we saw the population of Australia grow by almost 620,000 people, which means there's more demand than ever for properties. And it means we're going to continue to see that upward trend continue in 2024, just at a more moderate rate. Unfortunately, the rental crisis that started to play out over 2023 is only going to deepen. We saw almost 700,000 new migrants land in Australia in the year to June 2023. There was an outflow of migrants as well, but it meant that we've increased our population again. A lot of those migrants are renters. You first land in Australia and your first step is to find somewhere to live. It's only going to put more pressure on our already stretched housing supply. Since World War II, Australia has been a growth story, both in population and also in prosperity. But a lack of planning and policy around it has led us to this point where our increased growth has meant that we're now in a crisis point in terms of rental properties. It's not something there's an easy fix for, unfortunately, and it means that 1.1% rental vacancy rate is likely to get even worse, and it's going to be harder to find a rental in the year to come and the following couple of years. The federal government has made a lot of announcements of late around housing and planning, and like most things from the government, they're big on headlines and very small on follow-through. The federal government has put out statements around a target of 1.2 million homes being built in the next 5 years. Unfortunately, the reality is we built 42,000 homes last year. Fair gap from where they want to be, and without major changes, it's unrealistic to get there. There's not enough labour, there's not enough supply to build the number of homes that the government's aiming for. The state government's also made a number of big announcements, a lot of them around planning and policy and changes to zoning, which is a great start, but doesn't quite go far enough. Unfortunately, until the government really starts to put some concrete plans in place, the affordability and rental crisis that we're facing at the moment are only going to deepen and continue. 2023 saw the number of properties on the market severely down on their long-term averages. And one of the trends that it saw emerge was a flight to quality. Flight to quality suburbs, quality streets, quality locations, but more importantly, quality homes. And it's a trend that's likely to continue over the coming years. When there's a tough economic environment, it means people make tougher decisions. They're being choosier about where they're buying and the types of home they're buying, especially ones that need work, renovation or extension. So one of the things that you can do if you're looking to sell your property is make it easier for people to make that choice. Present your property beautifully and it's going to stand out, and it's going to be one of those properties that people fly towards. That flight to quality is only going to continue in the couple of years to come. 2024 is going to be another interesting year in the property market. If you've got plans in the coming year and you want to discuss them, please feel free to reach out to me or any of the Shields team.